Mr. Speaker, I think last week I was overly rude, and I apologise.
Keir Starmer isn't just rude, he's dangerously arrogant. Doesn't raise his voice, he doesn't argue, doesn't even pretend to care. His disrespect is colder than words. He silences people by acting like they don't exist. Him a real question? He ignores you? Challenge him with facts? Stares through you like you're not even there? Speak on behalf of the public? He smirks and moves on like you're wasting his precious airtime. This isn't just political deflection, it's contempt. This is the story of a man who doesn't just dodge hard truths, he mocks the people brave enough to speak them. And if you think that's leadership, wait until the end of this video, because the disrespect doesn't just build, it comes back. Let's get into it.
Ms. Roberts.
This Prime Minister once spoke of compassion and dignity for migrants and for defending free movement. Now he talks of islands of strangers and taking back control. Somebody here has to call this out, Mr. Speaker. It seems the only principle he consistently defends is whichever he last heard in a focus group. So I ask him, is there any belief he holds which survives a week in Downing Street?
Yes, the belief that she talks rubbish. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, I want to lead a country where we pull together and walk into the future as neighbours and as communities, not as strangers. And the loss of control of migration by the last government put all of that at risk. And that's why we're fixing the system based on principles of control, selection and...
This moment wasn't just weak, it was disgraceful. Faced with a real challenge to his political identity, Starmer didn't respond with clarity, reason, or even basic dignity. He threw out a cheap insult, smug, dismissive line, the kind you use when you've just been exposed and have nothing left but arrogance. This isn't leadership. It's reflex. Every word that followed was tired. Political filler. Unity. Community. Walking together, empty phrases that sound good mean nothing when spoken by someone who betrays his ideals the moment they become inconvenient. This is a man who once praised open movement, now selling fear of strangers. A man who once defended dignity, now framing migration as a threat. This isn't growth, it's betrayal by convenience. And when someone dares to ask about it, he doesn't answer, he mocks. He doesn't confront criticism, he belittles it, because in Starmer's world, if you're not on script, you're not worth acknowledging. But here's what he doesn't get. That's not strength. It's rot. It reveals a man so consumed by political theater, he no longer sees the people, only polling data, optics, and applause cues. This wasn't a debate, it was exposure. A weak man caught in contradiction, lashing out like a child, then hiding behind hollow rehearsed lines, and the public saw it. They felt it. Because every time Starmer dodges, mocks, or pretends he's above the conversation, confirms what more and more people believe. He doesn't listen, he doesn't respect. He's not fit to lead. And this wasn't the first time. Just watch.
Over the weekend, I suggested to the Prime Minister that he cut the aid budget, and I'm pleased that he accepted my advice.
I'm going to have to let the Leader of the Opposition down gently. She didn't feature in my thinking at all. I was so busy over the weekend I didn't even see her proposal. I think she's appointed herself, saviour of the Western civilization. It's a desperate search for relevance.
By admitting she wasn't even on his radar, Starmer revealed something damning. Individual voices, especially from rival MPs, don't matter to him. That's not leadership. That's arrogance dressed up as detachment. This wasn't a moment. For party games, it was a chance to show principle, to engage in serious debate. Instead, he treated a legitimate concern like background noise. His response? I didn't think about it. A line soaked in contempt, sarcastic, reflexive, dismissive. It's what you say when you believe the question isn't even worth your time, because the person asking it isn't. Leaders don't ignore opposing views, they engage with them. They listen, reflect, respond. Starmer didn't just deflect, he erased. And that exposes the core of the problem. A man too insulated, too aloof, too uninterested to govern with any real sense of responsibility. And when he's cornered, when he has no comeback, he doesn't. Defend, he disappears. Before we continue, are you enjoying the video? If yes, please like, share, and subscribe for more exclusive reports on the real changes. Let's continue.
Given the Prime Minister's desire to strengthen strategic alignment with our European neighbours, will he, in the interests of public safety, follow the lead of France, Denmark, Belgium and others and ban the burqa?
Yeah. Prime Minister.
Can I welcome her to her place? But I'm not going to follow her down that line. But now she is here and safely in her place, perhaps she could tell her new party leader that his latest plan to bet £80 billion of unfunded tax cuts, he's no idea how he's going to pay for it, is Liz Truss all over again. Although, considering I think she was a Conservative member when Liz Truss was leader, she probably won't.
From Keir Starmer didn't really cut the mustard. I'm not going to follow her down that line. Other MPs, senior MPs, don't think that's the right answer. James Cleverly, the man who would be Prime Minister, would be a Tory leader, I should say, but for the behaviour of some MPs during the leadership election last summer, he said in terms that refusing to answer MPs' questions isn't an option as a government minister. Not saying he supports the ban, but have the debate, and that's what Sarah Perkins started.
Once again, he dodged it, deflected, changed the subject, like the question was beneath him. But let's get one thing straight. That kind of silence? It's not neutrality, it's not composure, and it's definitely not strategy. Condescension. It's him saying, you're not worth engaging with. And here's the kicker. This wasn't a shouting match. She asked a question in Parliament, the one place where hard truths must be spoken, where serious issues should be debated. But Starmer didn't just ignore the question, he dismissed the person asking it. That's not leadership, that's arrogance in a suit. And it's become his signature move. Don't like the question? Pretend it doesn't exist. Don't like the issue? Change the topic. Don't like the person raising it? Act like they don't matter. But every time he dodges a question, he's not just avoiding tough conversations, he's insulting the people behind them. Voters, communities, victims, concerned citizens who simply want answers. He's telling them, you're not part of my conversation. But here's the part he doesn't see coming. When you ignore the public long enough, they start talking louder in Parliament, in protests, at the ballot box. Because if you refuse to answer, don't be shocked when you start losing more than debates. You lose trust, you lose respect. And when respect is gone, this is what happens next.
True democracy is citizen-led. Politics needs an update. We demand a people's house. We demand a people's house. We are in crisis. We are in crisis. Our whole future is in jeopardy. No.
This wasn't just a heckle. This was karma, catching up with Keir Starmer live, raw, and unfiltered. And guess what? Here comes another one.
I came here to speak to this man, not your security. You have failed me.
Thank you.
I've been a Labour voter my entire life. You have failed to be the opposition. You have failed to ask whether lockdown was functioning.
Just behind. Can we just
Do you understand?
Shall we go on in?
Thousands of people have died because you have failed to do your job and ask the real questions. Well, I am telling you now, and I hope this goes out, you have failed this country. You have.
They've been on the front line keeping people alive. So I really don't need lectures from you about this pandemic.
You've got one. Why? Can we come in? Okay.
What are you doing?
Good. He's the landlord. That man is not allowed in my pub. He's the landlord. I'm not going to physically hurt him. That man. Oi! That's assault. I am not bothering you. I am not bothering him. That man is not allowed in my pub. Get out of my pub. Go on.
Calm yourself down.
Get out of my pub.
Calm down. Sorry, can you keep out of the way?
Thank you.
When you spend years ignoring your own party members, brushing off climate activists, dodging tough questions, silencing MPs, and laughing off real concerns, eventually, people stop asking politely. They crash your stage. They stand behind. They shout the truth your silence avoids, and you freeze. Keir Starmer couldn't even look that protester in the eye, because for years, he's been looking down on working-class voters, unions, students, even his own shadow cabinet. But now, the country is looking back, not with applause, with frustration. That one man's voice drowned out Starmer's entire speech. Why? Because when you consistently disrespect the people who put you where you are, you don't just lose their support. You lose their respect. You lose authority. You lose control of the room, exactly like Starmer did. And no amount of polished speeches can save you from that. Do you think he even knows how to talk to the people anymore? Is this what leadership looks like now? Let us know in the comments. Want more videos like this? Then like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on the shifting ground.